Your only focus should be on getting better at what you're doing. Focus on what you're doing, get better at what you're doing. Everything else is a complete waste of time.
If you want to maximize everything that you have with your career and your ability, then squeeze the fuck out of that lemon. You have to sacrifice loved ones in order to be great because they don't understand. And that's okay. They don't understand what it means to, like, I am getting up every single day at 5 or 6 a.m. And when I get home after everyone leaves the gym, I'm going to take a nap. And when I wake up, I'm probably going to train again. And then I'm going to have dinner. And then I'm going to bed. And I'm going to do that every single day.
If you tell yourself the truth, you won't have to find discipline. Discipline will find you.
Anything I'm afraid of, I confront it. And that's my personality. Like right now, I'm scared to death. But as the fight gets closer, the less nervous I become because it's reality. And in reality, I'm invincible.
When you have nothing to lose, like that's where me and Mike came from. We literally had nothing, like nothing to lose. It was kind of like, you were just free, bro. Like it was just, I don't know, you were just free.
And you're gonna feel shit for a pretty large percentage of the time. But you're only gonna ever escape that if you just perform regardless. You have to perform when you feel bad. As a man, you can't say, I will perform when I feel good. It doesn't work that way, because our heads are too complicated and life's too complicated. There's too much on our shoulders, we have too much stress, too much pressure. Our heads are fucked.
If I have unbelievable big dreams and big goals, then I have to go through hard times. The hard times are a requisite for success. And so if you're going through hard times right now, it means that you're on the path to success, and it's not that you're on the wrong path, it's the feeling of being on the right path. You have to struggle. You have to struggle. The bigger the struggle, the bigger the peace. The bigger the suffering, the more peace. Every day I wake up, I don't just run a mile. It's the one thing I hate the most to do, and I do it like I love it.
Get totally pissed off with what you're doing. You're capable of doing so much better than you're doing. There's a problem. It's called paradigm. It's called programming. And you got it. Who programmed you? You have no idea where the hell it came from. But you're programmed. You're literally programmed.
Do I want to go to the gym? Absolutely not. I'd rather lay in my house and sit in the movie theater and watch movies. But, you know, to be the best, you got to work overtime. To be the best, you got to work overtime. Let's go ahead and get this workout in. Lights out, party's over.
I will never quit. I will persevere and I will thrive on adversity. My team expects me to be physically harder and mentally stronger than our opponents. I hold myself to that standard. I will be physically harder and mentally stronger than anything that comes against me, my family, my business, my brothers, my sisters, my team. I will be the one that is physically harder and mentally stronger, and I will work to maintain that position.
You know what is a fucking superpower that not enough people talk about on here? The ability to follow your plan and not your mood. That shit, it's one of those things that's such a paradox because it's so simple in theory. Simple concept. Work every day towards something, you'll get closer, right? But then you get to that point where you really don't feel like doing it, and you realize, one, your brain is not your friend, and two, this is way fucking harder in application than it is in theory.
I wanted to, the first time in my life, I wanted to feel good about myself. It comes from a disgusting place of not being fulfilled in your life, of afraid of dying, having never accomplished anything. So people wonder where this shit comes from for me. It comes from such deep thought of trying to see what this is all about. What is this life all about? What am I all about? Why am I here? I had to find purpose.
You gotta have some fucking heart and some fucking balls to do what you want with life. There's no NPCs, it's just people who gave up on their fucking dreams.
Life is, it's not fun without risk.
The beautiful truth is, we've been given an imagination. It's the most marvelous tool we've got. Do you know nothing is created or destroyed? Do you know what your imagination will do? It'll take you to places that no one's ever been. That's right. It will take you to places that no one's ever been. If nothing's created or destroyed, everything's already here.
You can't let conditions dictate your outcome. You gotta have the mentality to show up every fucking day of your life. No matter what life throws at you. It's our responsibility to show up to the Coliseum of life, prepared for fucking battle. I don't care what you're going through.
what life's throwing at you, it's your responsibility to find your new 100%. Take it upon yourself to do that. Stay hard every day. You must ask yourself, did I do enough? Your ability to suffer, endure, outwork must be greater. You must be willing to extend yourself to the limit with no guarantee of success.
Are you willing to sprint when the distance is unknown? And why chase this thing called winning? Because the only thing that's guaranteed in life, if you don't chase it, is losing.
I don't believe in talent.
Talent is not enough anymore.
I don't believe in talent.
I'm here because I worked hard my whole life.
Well, some people, they have talent. It's good. It helps when you have talent. As long as you have a lot of determination and willpower, that's all you need.
Effort, dedication, work hard.
Without that work, no one in this room would know who I am.
You have to have the will to win.
And if you don't dedicate it 100%, you're not gonna reach the level that you want.
Put the work in and watch the magical ride you go on.
You gotta pay a price for winning. But most people aren't willing to pay it. They may pay it once, but literally you gotta pay it every single day. And the crazy part about that is the price changes daily. Just like the stock market goes up and down, the price of winning changes on a daily basis. You gotta be willing to pay that price, whatever it is on that day. You gotta pay a price for winning. But most people aren't willing to pay it. They may pay it once, but literally you gotta pay it every single day. And the crazy part about that is the price changes daily. Just like the stock market goes up and down, the price of winning changes on a daily basis. You gotta be willing to pay that price, whatever it is on that day.
There's no excuses, there's no fucking days off, there's no, not willing to grind and, everybody's against me and this didn't happen for me because of this and that and all this whining and pussy-ass bullshit that a lot of people do these days. There's these people who dive in and they're hardcore and they're focused and they know what they want, they know who they are, and they lay out these short-term goals and this roadmap on how to get there. Most of those people make it.
Is it truly a loss if you're waking up and you're not looking forward to what you have to do during the day? Sometimes you just have to ask yourself, is what I'm doing today enough for me to do it for the rest of my life? Or does somewhere down the line, do I need to make a change? And most of the time, 95% of the time, people want to make the change, but they're too scared to take a risk. And what are you risking? You're risking just being uncomfortable with not doing what you've been doing every single day.
This is a fact. This isn't bullshit. This isn't whatever. It's a fact. You figure out and you zero in on what you want and you get up every single day and you work toward that goal, I guarantee it's going to happen for you at some level.
You believe that anyone in here in this room put their mind to anything, no matter how big the goal, and move toward it every day, they would sooner or later achieve it.
Absolutely. I don't believe it. It's a fact.
The true purpose of life is to take uncalculated chances on dreams that may seem impossible to others, but feel like they are meant for you. The greatest risk you can take is living a life of regret instead of taking a chance on your potential.
When you go home and you sit in your parents' driveway and you cry and slap the steering wheel, begging the world, God, whoever's in control, to make you the best in the world, you can do it. 15 years and you can be here too.
You got a choice, you got talent, you got a chance, and I want to hear about your environment, what your mama didn't give you and the white man won't give you no shot. You got a chance. Use it while you're still alive. You don't know what death is. You have no idea what death is. Make a decision.
The only difference between me and you is I'm actively trying to get better. A lot of people just want to sit there like, it's good enough. It's the same thing, dude. Until you realize good enough isn't good enough. You can always be better. There's a lot of room on the table, man. Like, I can really be better. I can be better at a lot of things that I never even cared about before.
I know who I am. Like, losing, you find out who you are. And losing sucks, but in those moments, like when you're down, it's a great time to experience you. Because like when you're winning, you can get this momentum. When everything's going good, you can kind of get in that groove where you're just on cruise control, But when you lose and the phone stops ringing and you're at home, laying in bed, going to sleep by yourself, and everything, the dust settles, that's when you experience yourself, who you really are.
My life only started to change when I started being intentional about every single thing that I do. When I stopped living on autopilot. Bro, recognize all your habits that you're doing every single day, how much time you're actually wasting, and convert that wasted time into something progressive, or something that's gonna help you progress.
Fucking bet against me. Bet against me. Tell me it's not gonna happen. Tell me it's gonna fail.
I love every minute of it. Make yourself proud. Yeah, I was sitting there and saying, oh man, I'm not this, I'm not that, because my parents didn't push me. My dad didn't do this. These guys didn't support me here and there. And what does it help me? Fucking nothing. Until I fucking stopped, shut my bitch mouth up, and I just said to myself, I'm gonna do it myself. I'm not gonna need any fucking one. I just wanna walk this road alone. I'm gonna make it happen.
You're going to be demoralized. You're going to be frustrated. You're going to be angry. You're going to be bitter sometimes. This is why it's so important to build yourself into someone who can execute regardless of what your mood is, regardless of what your circumstances is.
That discipline was there. I always tell everyone it wasn't about the body, it was about the mind at first. But I trained my ass off.
It doesn't matter how far you ran yesterday. It doesn't matter the workout you did yesterday. It doesn't matter you got on the jiu-jitsu mats yesterday. It doesn't matter you got a promotion yesterday. You wake up today, the count is 0. And that means it's go time.
Your entire existence will be a reward for the effort that you put in on the front end. Is it going to be painful now with a reward later, or is it going to be fun now with pain later?
You're not willing to do it every single day, you're not going to beat the man that's doing it every single day. I'm not the best, but they have not outworked me.
All I feel is anger. No one to disappoint, no one to piss off. You can choose to be lonely, or you can choose to be alone. It's really all life is, out of perspective.
Being happy, it's not optimal for Gates, okay? Become an insane, like, mentally unstable, manic, whatever you want to call it. It's the only thing that'll keep you on a straight path.
We are what we pretend to be, so we must be careful about what we pretend to be. We are what we pretend to be, so we must be careful about what we pretend to be.
Because people sort of define themselves by the worst moments that they've ever had. And if that's the case, like some people are stuck in high school. You know, they're stuck in failures that they had like when they're first getting jobs, and they always think that they're a loser, and they don't like the feeling of failure, so they keep low expectations so that they never have to feel that. You gotta get through it. You gotta get through bad feelings. You gotta get through failure.
Normality is what weak people call living. I call it death.
We all fall down in life. The question is, who gets back up? You go after it, you give it all you have. If you lose, at least you try, man. I failed. It's 10 times more of a man than someone said, what if? Because what if never went to the arena. You face your fears, you become the person you want to be. You run from your fears, you're not living. That's what creates a champion. Life begins now. If it doesn't begin now, your life is fucking over.
What do you do when 1,000 other people want exactly what you want? What if you're not the only one that wants what you want? What if there are thousands of other people who want what you want? You have to outwork them.
I mean, I lost support of everyone. You know, when you talk about someone's downside and, you know, people not believing in you, I was the victim of that. You know, everyone gave up on me except, you know, some of my sponsors and the people that are close to me that saw the progression over the time.
You have to be crazy enough to think that it's possible. That's how you fucking do something worthwhile. That's how you beat the fucking odds. And when you believe something is possible, everything else will figure itself out.
I am a man with something to prove. And a man with something to prove is a dangerous individual. But at the same time, I am calm. So I will go in, calm, dangerous, and look to show the world the new age.
Ever tried? Ever failed? No matter. Try again. Fail again. Fail better. The world is yours.
You cannot lose when it's your time to win. And when it's your time to win is determined by God. Not you, not me, not a guru, not your business coach, not the latest best-selling author. Times and seasons belong to God. Period.
You gotta be brutally honest with yourself, and the more you bullshit yourself, the more it's gonna be difficult. You're literally throwing weights on your back and making it harder to move forward.
People always look for one thing for the other. Oh, you know, you gotta work smarter and not harder. No, you gotta work smarter and you gotta work harder.
There are winners and losers in the world. You are either a winner who dedicates himself, never gives up, continues to learn, does everything he knows he needs to do regardless of how he feels, or you're a loser who makes excuses and you stay invisible for the rest of human time.
The doubt of 1,000 people on me is less dangerous than if
I had self-doubt. The most important conversation you could ever have is that conversation that takes place between your ears, right, with yourself.
You've got to focus on what you can do, not what you cannot do, because that will consume you. If you focus on what you can do, sooner or later, you're going to be able to do absolutely everything. There's always something you can do. All the time. So it's just about finding it, being honest with yourself, and fucking doing it.
I don't want luck in the equation because I don't need it. You start saying terms like that, man, you're someone that believes. You got confidence. I don't give a shit what the endeavor is. You're gonna find a way.
The 1%, they move different. They suffer now to live how they want later. They trade comfort for greatness, weakness for strength, distractions for domination. So ask yourself, are you ready to do what the 99% refuse to do? Because if you're willing to do what they won't, you'll live how they never will.
Why can't you change your thinking? Everybody else does.
I'm a fighter.
You can't win!
I said, no, fuck that! And fuck them! You might knock me down, but I get back up and I'll be stronger for it.
I'm a winner. I'm going to win.
Every winner has done failed. The loser and the winner both fail. It's just that the winner gets back up and does it again.
Here's the bottom line, motherfuckers. You gotta do the work. You gotta do it when you don't want to do it. You gotta do it when you're hurt. You gotta do it when you're tired. You gotta do it when you're sick. You gotta do it when you don't want to do anything else. And you gotta do it for years. And that is the real shit. Okay? Everybody that asks a question about anything is ultimately usually trying to figure out how to get out of the work. You can't win without that. You can't win without it. So motherfucker, I don't give a fuck what size goal you set.
On the way out, I'm serious. Grab one guy and grab him and tell him, you hold me accountable to the kind of focus we want, the kind of energy we want, the kind of effort we want. When you speak that out loud and you tell somebody and they hold you accountable to that, that's powerful.
Yes, sir.
I'm asking you just to talk to one. I'll stand here in front of 52. I'll play myself for you.
Yes, sir.
Every play, as much as I got, I'm going to give it to you. Tell one guy on the way out. All right? Let's go prove something to ourselves. The kind of team we can be.
Comfort is a curse. You need to avoid it and lean into what causes discomfort. The suffering is a blessing. Get out of bed and go freaking get after it.
The mind's gonna be fucking with you the whole time. There's no dopamine. There's no dopamine in there at 300 pounds. You got nothing. Your hormones are shot. You have to envision something that is more powerful than you. Something has to get you out of bed. And you have to create it. It has to be false. Because you're not it.